David recently won the Merit Open in Cyprus, the world's largest backgammon tournament, so quite an accomplishment. He's also vice president of the Backgammon Masters awarding body that awards Grandmaster and Master titles. He's an outstanding and well-known teacher and author. I think several of you have already seen him play. He was in the Backgammon Expertise Learning series in November. Maya Pacheva may be less well known to all of you. She is from Bulgaria. She started playing in 1994 and within 2 months won the Bulgarian Women's Championship. And a year later, she faced Paul McGrill in the Masters division of a tournament in Nova Gorica and beat Paul McGrill, who wrote the Bible of Backgammon. So that may be her proudest accomplishments, but she's won many championships, both in Bulgaria and around the world. Last November, in connection with the Cyprus tournament, she played in the Backgammon Masters awarding body for Middle Europe, and she was 7th overall with a performance record of 4.29. That's at a master level, and it makes her the best rated woman player in the world. So it'll be quite a treat to see David and Maya play in November. Some of you have also been attending our mixed doubles events, so we're very pleased that 23 top teams joined in that event. We had a first round, and obviously half of the teams lost, but undaunted, 9 of the teams fought back in, and a couple of new teams joined in the fray. So overall, we had 23 teams and 9 rebuys for a total field of 32 in that event. Some are going ahead and playing their round 2 round of 16 matches in advance, but all of them who haven't done that will be present to play on a Zoom session on Tuesday, March 22nd at 7 p.m. So look forward to having you join for that. I also should mention that the April 12th Backgammon Expertise Learning Session with David Presser and Maya Pacheva from Bulgaria will be at noon Eastern time. That's already 7 p.m. Israeli time, 6 p.m. Bulgaria time. So we try to do it at a time that is convenient, obviously to our presenters, but also to a European audience. And with that, I'm going to turn it back to Christine to introduce Roberto and Irina.
Thanks, Karen. So much going on. I just want to add, we're so grateful to everyone who's helped push women in backgammon to the point where she just took 4 minutes to explain all the things that are going on. So thank you to everybody who's been so supportive. And then we're get to talk about Roberto and Irina tonight. They're married, the Litzenbergers, and Irina is one of the top women championship players in the United States. She won the Battle of the Sexes event at the 2021 Las Vegas Open, the Wonder Woman event at the 2021 California State Championship, and the Old Town Open Jackpot at the 2021 Classic in Chicago. So she was on the United States of America's women's team that won the Junud Cup against the UK. So thank you, Irina, for being here. And it looks like you're having a great year. And we can't wait to see what you're up to next. And Roberto is one of the most famous backgammon teaching experts. Everybody wants to work with him. And I reached out and he had no time. So I just want to say, he is sought after everywhere. He won the 2018 Cherry Blossom Championship. He's ranked first on the 2020 US BGF online masters points list and was honored at the 2021 USBGF Awards dinner. So without further ado, we're going to turn it over to you guys to play against the computer and we'll see what happens. So thanks again.
Well, hello, everybody. We're happy to do this.
Yeah, Mika, if we do get cut off, we'll be right back in. While we're here, everything did cut off for a second. We had to quickly log back in, so if it happens.
Be patient.
So we're gonna play against XG. We decided we're gonna make a 5-point match against XG. Let me lower my sound up here. How do you lower your sound in your computer? Lower because we're gonna hear ourselves. That's
Okay.
good. Okay.
So we're gonna see the analysis in between.
We'll see it in between
Games.
games. So classically, what Irina and I do, we're gonna do a
Have you-
5-point match now. I'm gonna do a little disclaimer before we do a 5-point match. 5-point matches are gonna play really bad or really well most of the time. So longer matches kind of gets a little close to in between where someone normally plays. But typically, Irina and I play a 7-point match in the evening, or 9 if the tournament, the doubles is going to come up to. We'll play that. And we'll play and discuss the positions, how they come out. And so that's what we're going to
Actually-
share a little bit here. We vary who plays and who actually moves the board. But yeah, we're going to do that.
Okay.
You want to go ahead and move?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to hide
And
this.
we have to do the layout.
Oh, full screen. Hold on.
Yeah. So we don't see the analysis.
No.
Board only.
Right.
Okay, so if you open with 2-1,
Roll.
so I will bring 1 down and I will split the back.
I agree.
1.
Can you give permission for recording, please? Christine?
So 6. I'll write the front.
We are recording now.
Okay.
Yeah. I
You agree?
Yeah. Good one.
There-
Wrong.
Roll.
I will bring 1 down and 11-10. I don't think I want to slot or step up.
Yeah.
That's right.
Classically, where we make mistakes is when you don't jump out to the bar and when you don't slot. Since they have the 3-point board, it's a little scary. So, okay. Let's do it.
We have a question. Is there a way that you talk to each other consistently as you're playing together in a doubles match?
It varies a lot who's rolling and who's not, often the dynamic that we have. And when we do this doubles at home, it's a little different. So she's the one moving now. So I'm the one that's going to be saying roll.
And
Normally,
this is woman of backgammon, so I have to talk more than him.
yeah,
Right?
it's true.
Yeah.
But if I'm moving, she's the one that would say roll. Since she's moving, I'm the one that says roll. But that's really her voice because she's making the play. So there was a decision there which way to do
Okay.
that. But
I'm gonna focus now.
okay, roll.
Roll. I'll make the bar.
I agree.
Wrong.
Okay. Nice.
Ooh.
I like it.
Wrong.
Yep.
Okay. Um,
Blunder potential here.
Hmm. So I don't like making 9. I think this last checker gets a little too abundant, so I don't know, maybe hit and 9?
I mean, since we're winning the race now, I don't know if we need to
Well,
hit.
not, okay.
We're
Oh,
quite
yeah,
ahead in the
yeah.
race now.
So how do you back up with this?
Z.
See. Making the 9, I don't know, I don't like it. What
If you
about
s-
make it, no, hitting and lifting?
I just am always against this play.
Yep.
Even if it's right,
wanna
I
see
like
maybe
making a
the nine?
mistake sometimes doing it.
Let's- No?
I think I want to just go 10-6 and 423.
I don't, okay,
If not, there's 6-2-3-2.
6 to 3 2, I prefer.
If you
I
prefer
think
that,
it's
let's
too,
do it.
the other one is
Okay.
too passive.
Okay, do it.
Nope, wrong. So 4, 1.
Okay. Now,
I think we're wrong.
I think we keep.
Okay,
Scary.
okay, okay. Do
I
it.
mean, well, let's wait. No, don't do it yet.
Okay,
So 3-point board versus 3-point board, one back versus one back.
even if we
We're on
make
the
the
bar.
3, I think it's a little early. but
Okay, rolling.
roll. So we make it.
Well, we're glad we didn't double.
Roll. Nice. We hit in the outside.
I would outside.
Okay.
Yeah,
Roll.
yeah.
We have to jump out.
Yeah, that's all we got.
Roll.
Roll. Ugly.
Yeah. 39.
Well, that's positionally, that's right, but it's a double shot. Plus 5-4.
Well, they're gonna double us.
Yeah,
So what is, if we're gonna take, what's maybe this?
8-3,
Huh? Yeah.
8-3 or 7-2.
Uh, hmm,
It's a 7-2, I guess.
Yeah,
That's further, 8 points further back contact. Probably better.
okay, good.
Yeah, here comes the cube. So weakness, well, we're way ahead. We're
Yeah,
primed.
but we have burn checkers
Yeah,
and we're kind of like behind. I will let this one go.
I can't let it go. I said we have to take it.
Okay,
It's scary. I mean, this is my weakness. So we're primed. We have wasted checkers. This is where the race is kind of worthless because of positional situations. But even though we're wasted, our board's still better than theirs. They don't hit, we can hit and scramble out. So I think I'd go for it.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. In,
Yes. And that's fine.
nice.
What do you know? No, hold this. Oh, this is pretty scary.
I don't think I can do this.
So we're gonna run a little bit the numbers. So 2-1 is good for us. 3-1. We're gonna have to hit 4-1. Okay, just roll it.
Just roll.
Our best, one of our best. So
Are we-
now
Are we too good? I don't think so.
we're probably too good. Yeah.
You think?
I mean, there's chances they come back and hit, but if they don't come out,
Okay.
just roll. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is 6 numbers.
Back up.
Back it up.
So we can do, wait,
Oh, I know that. Yeah, do that.
this 5.
That 5, and that's 6,
I duplicate.
and that's only
3.
5-3. Yeah.
5, 3. Okay. I think we'll move this.
Okay. I don't see much difference.
Cute.
We might as well still roll. There's no risk.
Okay.
Yeah. There's no market gainers for them, let's say.
4-2.
Roll. Roll.
We can do, move the 2 and 5.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't work. It's double out. Okay.
Continue. Is that what we're doing?
Well, we'll leave it up to you guys. Should we go over? Normally we go over in between games, we go over what we did during that game. So we can do that now, or we can just play through the whole thing and do it at the end. Let's go over it now.
Okay.
And
So
so,
that's,
yeah, so I'll move
You
it
do
here. Change the layout. So and this is a time we won't go through absolutely, everything. We'll normally go through a little fast here. At this time, we're over stuff. Definitely feel free to jump forward or ask things or say things, interrupt when we go over the position now. A good way to go over is not just to go over your mistakes, because it's hard to remember. Sometimes you were deciding something, you made the right move, but you weren't sure. So you kind of look at, you kind of look at everything. You want to say what our role
no,
was?
no,
Okay.
no.
We'll just kind of quickly
Yeah.
scroll through it. 5-5, 6-5. Here there was a small choice between going all the way or running for safety to the mid. I think on this kind of play, if these back checkers were split, we probably would have run to the mid.
I'm still seeing the initial position, the roll.
Yeah, your screen is frozen, Roberto and Irina. The
Okay.
XG screen.
The XG screen is frozen. I'm going to stop the share and restart really fast. See if that does. Okay, we're back. We're now.
So put the screen share.
I'll screen share again now. Hopefully we won't lose it again. Okay,
Surprise. Yeah.
so now you can, okay, yeah, we'll go faster here. Just gonna go to our mistakes. Can you guys hear us now, okay?
Yeah, we could
Okay.
hear you. It was just the XG screen.
Yeah, and then once you said that, when we updated it, both computers went down for a second, so.
So 5-1, what did we wrong? It
5
was
down.
Stepping up.
It was stepping up, was slightly better, but not enough for us to fight over and say, I told you so.
Okay, and the 4-1.
6-1 was right. It's funny, this is the position we kind of knew that there was blunder potential here on this play.
So you were right.
Yeah,
Sorry.
the better Irina's gotten, the more I have to concede when to make plays. I can't just kind of close my will all the time now. So
As you should.
yeah. So we missed cube here.
Okay,
We thought about it, but there's two things here. Both the gammon value is a lot higher at this score, so we kind of want a cube, but their recube value is also really good, and that's kind of what got a little scary out of the position too. It's a little push and shove, and it shows that we should have just gone for cubing for our
okay.
G value.
What about when they go? So clear take.
Yeah.
Scary, but
Yeah, I think all this is not quite a Halloween take, I like saying, but you don't want to see ghosts too much on this stuff and run away from it.
okay. Now did we miss any redo?
We did not miss a redouble.
Okay.
And this is what I was saying, when we play on technically, let's get to that. So I think this is the first position we played on from, and this was a big play on from here. And it kept being a big play on, and then even when he comes in, you can see that it's ever so right just to play on.
Okay.
There's not really a reason to double right away at all, even though it's unlikely, but they can't. Okay, let's go. You say roll. Yeah, and I'll say okay.
Okay. So I'll make the 2.
Okay. Ouch.
Roll.
Agreed.
So we're leading 2-0. So we're gonna hit.
Yep. Boom.
Roll. I'm going to make the advance anchor.
That's a juicy anchor. I'll agree with you.
Roll.
Oh, wait, get rid of the screen. We don't want to look at the, let's change the layout. The info's here.
Ah,
So if we
okay.
blunder, show us. Hold on.
Okay. All right. Roll.
Ooh, nice.
I want to escape the back checkers.
This is tough.
I think it's clear. For me.
Okay.
Well, we
yeah,
can
race
make-
is,
we
race
can-
is
wait,
close.
wait,
Race is close.
We can make the 5 too.
Yeah, but making the 5
No,
divides the armies too
Yeah,
much,
okay.
and this makes it more compact, and I think this is right.
Okay.
It's close.
Good.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Roll.
Yeah.
We can, I don't think we're gonna make the 1, so this is,
I think this is good. Yeah.
this is tempting, but it's an even race, so I think we should run.
Since we're leading 2-0, I would say, okay, I would definitely be cubing this. Probably, maybe didn't even score. Definitely if we were losing.
Yeah, but,
Okay.
okay. Okay.
Or we can hit too.
I don't wanna.
Well, look at it, back up. So this leaves 9s and 10. So leaves 6 numbers.
We wanna hit and escape?
Maybe not.
I
Okay.
don't think so. No.
Okay, jump out. Okay. Okay.
in time. I think we
No.
have to go.
Yeah.
I like to play
Yeah.
that.
This is when we're kind of in our happy zone when we play like this.
Continue.
Well, do you
Are we
want to look to
gonna-
see if we can, there might be a
ahead.
decision. I mean, we did go over a couple of things, right?
So you have to put, yeah.
Default layout. So this first 6-6 are standard reply, 2-5 hit, that was kind of an obvious play. This was, obvious once we thought about it when she presented the play. I wasn't glancing at first and I was thinking, ooh, are we gonna hit? But good call to, I mean, we didn't get to articulate it, but this is good to make that anchor. This was right by far coming out, so it was also a really good call. Leaves the position nice and compact.
I'm a good addition.
You're a good addition to the team. Good play here, not that much risk. And this was also the best play. So, and the cube here, which we kind of thought about it, was way off at this point.
Mhm.
So it looks like even if we were losing 2-0, it would be a mistake. This is more of a,
Okay,
okay,
yep.
go back to the regular layout.
This makes it very easy to play backgammon. You get the roll.
Yeah.
We're gonna hit and,
I like it.
okay,
Keep staying compact. Yeah.
Yep.
Ouch.
that's okay. Roll.
Yep.
Roll.
Roll.
1, 2, for sure. And then I think we make the 5.
Well, 5's a good, but we already have the 9. I'm just such a 13-11 fan.
No, I think he's gonna anchor.
But now he'll anchor
Probably,
back
and I
here. I
think
don't want
having
him
a
to
better
anchor-
board is, I think it's.
I don't want him to anchor on the
on-
11 either. I mean, on the bar point. I'm a big 13-7 fan here. Because even if they anchor, we have them blocked in.
We can.
Let's look at it.
This is for sure.
I just really like it.
Okay,
Okay,
you're the boss. Roll.
roll. Okay,
Roll.
rolling.
We're gonna hit.
Yep. Dance, but it's
I think
3
we-
zip.
We go and. I don't
Just-
wanna go. on.
Yeah, just keep rolling. That's 3 zip. Yeah.
Okay, these two don't move at all.
At all.
So I think we do this.
And
And
slot the
yes.
back.
I want to put another builder too. I don't wanna,
Okay, so roll it back.
Alright.
Let's look at it. So you're saying the 6 for sure.
yeah,
So move the 6.
yeah, 1, 6,
And I really like slotting the back. I don't know.
okay.
Yeah.
Keep rolling. We can win
Just
without.
gammon.
that.
Okay, so we
Yeah.
just undoubled gammon value, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. So maybe. This keeps it, yeah.
I don't know. I think we need to break the back probably. I don't
Oh,
want to get stuck.
no, I know.
We've thought 2 rows in a row
So
without
maybe,
moving.
we can move the 1 to have 5s or 6s to escape. 3, 4, 5 and 6.
Okay, well, if we're doing that, I don't understand the 3 because I don't know if I wanted the back of the prime slotted if
I don't
we
want to
can't
break
make
the
it.
ankle.
Okay, then back it up. The compromised play would be like 9-6. And then 24, 23, 22.
Okay. Okay,
Okay,
draw.
yeah.
So, do we blitz?
Well, if we're
We can
going
make
for
the
undoubled,
one.
if we go for, no, I wouldn't make the, let's make the 2 or,
Okay, we can look at it. Let's do it.
I mean, this is going for undoubled G.
You think we need to move the back checkers maybe?
Normally we do, I like balance, but back it up. So what does it look like bringing both out? Man, this is pretty powerful
Yeah,
as
but
well.
I don't know.
I guess it's a question of how much timing do we have to get out if we go for the blitz?
So what don't we, that we can also do is,
I don't think I like anything moving that check on the 11. No.
okay,
So do this. If you want to go for the blitz, let's make the 2 point.
yeah,
If you want to transition to the blitz. Okay.
I like it.
Okay.
Okay, so now we do this on 11-8.
Okay. So now we start running into that trouble. So do 8-4. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Playing on, right? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
Let's run it all the way.
No, I think I want to.
No, I'm just,
Just
I
follow
can't do
along.
it. We're never moving those back checkers. We're getting stuck. I'm paranoid of that. Just keep it going.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll.
I would lift it now.
So 5,
Yeah.
6.
It's fine. Just, yeah, don't give me
Okay.
anything else.
No, that doesn't play. We can
It's just
do-
double 6. I think we have to do it anyway. There's bad numbers if we do that.
Why?
I don't know, but I would do it anyway.
What is the bad number?
I don't know. 6-3 is kind of a bad number. It's fine if you want to do this, but I think the other one's slightly better, but you can do your
Let's
play.
look at it again. We can do that. And this.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Now we can do 5 and 4. Oops. 5 and 4.
Yep.
Take 2.
Yeah.
Draw.
Roll. Just rip it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going for G, so rip it.
Yeah, but we don't want to get hit.
Well, let's look at it this way. We're risking getting hit, but we're not leaving little shots with 6-5. We're leaving a single shot. So
Okay. Okay.
roll.
Boo. We roll.
Just
Roll with
roll.
double.
No, we don't double. So here we're going through the motions while XG is playing itself here. We have 9 off, but we have a gap. So it's the equivalent of like 8 off.
look at
Oh, this
that.
is horrible.
Oh,
Oh, I hate this stuff so much. So,
wait,
okay.
we have 9 checkers. Hmm.
Note the score.
I think I'll take.
Yeah, I think this kind of position you're seeing goes, I think it's a big,
Okay.
you hit the checker. I didn't want him to hit. Well, at least we can't lose backgammon.
Oh, shit. Okay. Look at it.
So layout, default layout.
Probably was with the. Oh, it's checker. I thought it was double.
So this play here was our first big mistake, huge mistake. We're supposed to whack.
Okay.
We're so concerned with these back checkers, we actually forgot to look that we could hit
Okay.
and step out.
But so
Makes a lot
making
of
the
sense.
two with the 6-5, that was something we discussed before.
Oh,
Taking
this here.
from- Yeah.
Is the idea
so
that
this
you
was a
want
big-
that ace point because you don't want your opponent to point on it?
Yeah, we don't want them to anchor. So I'll talk about that one in a second. We backed up one move here to the
Sure.
6-5 because this is one that we were talking about. And often, we weren't sure which play to make here, whether to kind of jump and leave balance or transition to a play where we'd be playing, clearly playing for the blitz. And both these plays are quite different, but they're basically the same. They're very different conceptually here. There's a play that we made, making the deuce, and that is a jumping out play, and they're very, very similar. Because
Could we look at the
this
move
play
Could we look at that move before, Roberto? Sorry, the 3-1,
yeah,
the one before the 6-5? We were
Yeah.
talking about that too.
okay, we're talking about this one. Okay, so there was a number of plays here too, and it seems like they're all very close. I mean, I think I was inclined to do something, like this, and just to kind of come out at this point with that checker.
And I wanted to keep the anchor because I was afraid of all those builders.
Yeah, so here we kept the anchor and was also, basically right as well. Those were both all close. This play just completely slipped my mind. I didn't even see this play when we were doing it. I didn't.
No, I don't think we
Look.
considered it. We were like either
I've been.
playing or. I mean, we do at the end, we run.
Yeah, we ran and played 11-8. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think this happened since we had been spending so much time. I mean, I'm trying to see because whenever I look at mistakes, I see when you're blindsided, you didn't see a play. It's this big mistake. And I chalked this to really, I've been thinking, God, I really want to get these checkers out. Like 3 moves in a row. I really want to get these checkers out. I really want to do this. Then here is the roll where I'm like, okay, a 6, I'm going to jump out now. And it gets me off focus
Okay,
to what we're supposed to do.
6-4. What were we supposed to do here?
It,
Also hit, yep.
yeah, it's almost the exact same play as last time, as far as just to keep hitting here, because we are
Okay.
going gammon.
Yep, makes sense.
Those were the big mistakes.
Okay, and lifting.
This is 16, 11, 10, 4. It was not lifting here
Mhm.
either. It was just a better,
That's a small,
it was a better positional play than what we did.
okay.
Not coming in at this point.
Anything else?
Well, let's look at the take.
Ooh,
Oh, this bear off was horrible. So it was 5-3. You were right on that one. It wins more G's because it wins more games. So that might have been the one that cost us this game anyway.
Yeah, it
Here's the
struck me,
cube, by the way.
it struck me that taking off the 2 checkers on that bear off didn't do you any extra good because you still had an odd number of checkers to bear off
Yeah.
after you rip 2.
yep.
So here is the double on the take. Now this is the take normally, but again, at this score, you know, that we're 2 away and he's 5 away and he can't win tens. Our take point is actually really, really low. We can take it around 17.5%. If you don't want to do it numbers, it's about, in a race scenario, we can take about 3 pips worse than we normally could in a standard race. So this was kind of I've looked at these positions a lot, and these are one of those that people often get scared, but it's just a big take.
There's
Okay.
nothing else.
Nothing else there, so we will continue. Go back to the default out.
No, you want to move
No, you can keep moving.
since we lost? It's just how we do it in,
How we do it in real life?
Live play,
Okay,
yeah.
I'll
okay,
move now. We'll do live play.
all right,
Okay, score 2 away, 3 away. Okay.
yep. Maybe 39 and split the back. Roll. Yay. 23, 22, 39.
Like it?
I think this is very scary. But he had 2 checkers back. I think I'll take this.
That's a take.
Okay. Roll. And make the 5. And 8, 7.
That was-
I'd rather slot the 7.
8-7 puts another blot in play, so it's,
Yeah,
well, it seems
But-
scary. I don't think
but-
you're saving less gammons by slotting because you can lose more
so
when you
maybe
do
like 6, 5. I don't think I want to split the back.
If we lose split, we're just,
I
Give it
might
up on the-
rather like contain this back checkers before we can move the back, our back checkers, I think.
it is 11 in the zone, but I don't think 6-5 is gonna be right.
Yeah, I don't either.
So you're right. I mean, this is a play. It's pretty scary. We have 6s and 5-3 also
Yeah.
makes this point.
Okay,
I know how to split.
okay,
Okay.
yeah. Roll. Roll. A2.
This is a big dilemma. I hate 8-2. I almost never do it. I don't even know if we're saving more G's by doing 8-2. I always say if 8-2 is right, I'll make a folder of it and put it with my blenders, and it hasn't gotten high enough to the folder when you go on 8-2 is actually right.
Okay,
There's a few positions I have in the folder that make it right, but not that many, so
Okay, so let's start
if
with
it's
three.
wrong, it can be one in the folder
Okay.
to do.
Make the 4. Roll. 2 in. Roll. Make the 1.
I think I'd prefer to do that. Bring 2 in from the 8.
But it blocks, you can, I don't know.
I want to avoid making the ace when we have the ace.
Okay. But then why don't we just make the 3 instead?
Okay, so this is the 5 for sure, you're saying. Because I also don't know if we want to volunteer to get another checker back right now. We're really kind of,
Okay.
it's not gammon save per se, but we really don't want to lose a G.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of in between play.
Okay. Roll.
Well, what do you think?
Wow, it takes me a little longer to think. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do.
I think I want to do this. I definitely want to make this point.
But we're gonna break the board.
I definitely want to make this point, though. This
But
is
you
better.
don't think we can win this?
You lose a lot
Hitting-
less gammons like this.
What? So hitting on the 12 and making it doesn't,
If it was double match point, maybe it'd be right to hit twice, make this point, try to get him to break and escape. And it definitely makes for a better movie plot. I just want to kind of play quiet, I think.
two down.
Yeah.
So we slot the 1 and the 2.
Well, if he's not going to break, we'd like to kill our 6s maybe, so it might be best to do this.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm. Drawn.
Or
6-2.
we can do this because our 5s we're going to be able to play out. So
Okay. Yep, I agree. Yep. I think we need to run with 1 check.
it only has 2 off.
Yeah.
So running looks like those. Pretty scary,
Okay.
actually. This holds our board. Next roll is not going to be as scary next time. There's not as many numbers going to point on us.
So you
Remember, his gammon value is normal. It's
Okay.
not gammon going. We
Okay.
do lose the match, but it's normal.
Okay.
Now we have to boss.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Yep. Uh-oh. So just move it and then we can see it.
This is double 4s if he gets a big number.
Okay.
So now
I think the other one does.
that's
twos.
double 3s. I'm not going to get 2s.
not that one, but if you do like
It's all
3
threes.
down and 10 to 8. No.
Still 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4.
Okay.
It's all the same. It looks like.
Okay. Okay. Oh, well.
So we lost and played lousy. So, but it was
So
a
let's
nice
see.
long 5-point match. So
Let's see what the last game.
okay, hold on. Layout. Ooh, tricky. We blew it on our analysis here on our first big play on our 2-way, 3-way take. You know, I didn't go through. I didn't think his G's were that high. So to look at these numbers, we can kind of make sense of it to the kind of proof that this is a pass. So you will, is it once he doubles, our gammons are absolutely worthless. His gammons are worth normal. So they're worth about half is the equivalent of games as there are here. So let's say he's winning about 26 gammons. That's worth around 13% in games. So that means we're winning the equivalent of 35% minus 13% gammons. So we're winning the equivalent of 22%. And at this score, we need to win around 26% at this. So that's what made it a big pass. If I could have, slowed down and said, and I should at least slow down and threw numbers in there and plugged it in, and done that mental math. I still could have gotten it wrong, but at least should have gave ourselves a chance by trying to guess the gammons from him. I might have guessed 20% gammons, and I still would have, but should have been able to find the pass, but I didn't. So these are all going to be subtle little plays here. Once we're primed out.
Okay.
Let's see what was if there's any decisions here. This was one, we talked about gate 2.
Yeah.
I said I don't have enough positions in my folder to really ever justify 8-2. There are a couple, but not enough to change the rule. And held true, it was just 13-7. So here I found the right play by saying basically I don't have enough blunders. I don't have blunders by not playing 8-2. I actually have mistakes showing that 8-2 is wrong a lot. So we didn't do it.
Super.
Easy. I want you to talk.
No.
I consider this kind of a subtlety of this kind of barren play. I guess technically, if we bring 2 down,
You can make
have a
the
better
7
chance to
and
make the
prime.
7 and counter prime, and then kind of get them to bust. There's a small chance of that. It was quite small. This was the aggressive play that you mentioned at one point in that ace.
Yeah, but it's
It's still very small. It's not enough to
Yeah.
change any learning patterns that I have. So all the plays we're making the 23 here.
Mhm.
So the main part of this position is making the 20th point.
Okay.
And even the second best player, double slots and stuff like that. So it just seems pretty straightforward. XG made a small mistake here, but we're not going to look at their plays. This was 8-2, not bringing both in. I'm just basically more familiar to want to kill the 6s from this position than to make the board. It's large enough to warrant some kind of larger study at one point if I get a whole bunch of positions like this, but for now, I'll probably just keep killing 6s.
So Roberto, this is Marty. The thing about killing 6s is that if he clears the 8 point, it clears the 8 point. then you've got and you've brought both your checkers, and then you have, all sixes are really bad except 6-1, 6-6. You have to break, and
Oh, yeah, because he'll clear that next
that's a
turn.
factor
Yep.
for sure.
For right now, because he's about to clear it.
Yeah.
So if he still had builders on here, he'd probably be right to kill him. But since he doesn't, he's going to clear it this turn. It's not. Good point. Ooh, and this was step up with 1. You mentioned run. Step up with 1 provides better contact here.
Well, I think they're all saying run, right?
It's saying run with 1 and go back. So this was Irina's play. That was right. Staying back was wrong because you could bust next turn, which is what we did. We busted with the double 1s. Yep.
Okay.
And that was it. Short and sweet.
No,
No,
we lost.
We
It's not
lost, not
sweet.
sweet. And we played lousy, but normally if we were about to go to sleep, we'd definitely play one. We wouldn't let this hang. Losing and playing badly doesn't rest well. We'd play another one against XG. We normally don't do 5 points. We did do them before at the Texas tournament
Yeah,
because the doubles there were 5 points. So there was an actual reason to play 5-point matches. Normally doubles are 7 or 9. So that's normally what we play.
So this was annoying because you might still stay hot.
Yeah. So any kind of questions, comments, anything?
Yes, this is a great time for everybody to get your questions in. I had one question that wasn't really a technical question, but what are the pros and cons about practicing by playing XG? There's obvious pros, but it seems to me there may be some cons as well.
Well, do you want to make a comment?
No.
I mean, the biggest pro is we can play whenever we want. We don't have to find an opponent.
Also, you can choose the level you want XG to play. Right, so you can do XG, but not the super.
Yeah, well, I don't like
best.
playing bad XG, but I don't put on something like Roller Plus because it just takes too long. And I don't mind if XG makes a very minute mistake at one point. I think it keeps the flow going a little better. Now, one con is they're not playing like real people do. It's still the best way for us to practice. I think playing on a really low XG setting is really the worst of both worlds because it's not going to play like the computer does, and it's also not going to play like people do. So I do recommend playing it, a fairly high. We play on the extreme gammon level, not the plus or something.
Yeah.
Not the one that it rolls itself out.
One of the things I had in mind is that since XG is obviously an expert cube player, XG is not likely to lose its market. So it might be that more often cubes are a take than you would experience in playing a human.
Yeah. Well, the backside of that in this last match, we saw the opposite of that. And XG doubled, and that might have been part of what was floating in my head. I was like, well, XG wouldn't have missed its market that much. Let's take, and I scooped without going through the numbers. But that is true often. It will inch its way up. But, playing at the top level of play, a lot of people are normally hitting the cubes about right also. I mean, not as much as XG does, but, for the most part, there's a lot of cubes coming up. And then you can at least see the cube and realize, wow, this is something I should be doubling. But normally in a short match, like when they doubled, most of the times I knew the cube was coming earlier in the match. Just because it felt like it was about right the time the cube. But I do see your point, and that's
You
I
guys,
don't know what other people. Go
When you
ahead.
when we were playing the practice match last week, one of the things I think it was you, Irina, who said that when you're playing doubles and you don't agree on the move, the mistakes are made in trying to find a compromise move. Can you just walk us through what do you do when you don't agree? How do we get through that in a doubles match?
Roberto's a tough player. I'm not. I'm improving, but he gets the final decision. That's how we do it.
But when she's really insistent about a play,
Yeah, if I can, sometimes it's hard for me to verbalize why I want to make certain move. I just sometimes, I feel like it. But if I can get in words why I want to make a move, then I might convince him. And sometimes that's correct and sometimes it's wrong. I mean, backgammon is not easy, but
we did see at least one position here, probably a couple that she
the
was
good
right.
thing is since his final decision, he takes the blame. So it's perfect for me. Right?
Yeah. But the compromise mistake is that sometimes she wants to play and I want to play, and then we'll find this third play that like is my second choice and it's her second choice, and it turns out to be wrong. I mean, it turns out to be the wrong play, and it would have been better if one of us had the chance to be right instead of going for some kind of hybrid. It's not making peace. You're not giving a little and making some intermediate play.
And sometimes we argue on a play and it ends up that they're both equally good. So we waste a lot of time thinking on which one to make, and then it wouldn't matter.
Like I'll have lots of plays that I do, and I just want to do this because this is technically the way that I play it. And the play that she might have, maybe it's quite equal, but I'll be really convinced that my play is right because I've learned how to technically play that correctly. And it turns out they're both a wash. So I'm always going to insist on my play in that case, because it's just kind of the form that I play those kinds of positions. I think one example is I don't like putting checkers on top of primes that already have formed. I like leaving the checkers behind them to kind of make the prime from the back. I think we had a position for light here. And so I kind of lean to those plays, but sometimes it's about the same playing on top of the prime, but I don't care if it's about the same. I just really want to do the other one because I know how to follow through, closer to perfectly.
Hey,
Does that make sense?
This is Brian Brooks. I want to thank you guys for doing this and for Karen setting up this format where doubles play against XG is to me the best of both worlds, because when it's doubles play, you have to verbalize what your thoughts are, which oftentimes people don't do when they're just playing by themselves. And with the XG, we get the immediate feedback or the fairly immediate feedback of whether those plans are good or bad. So thanks for taking the time to set this up and do it. Really appreciate it.
Yeah. You're welcome. And I love about playing XG as well. It's fun like that. And you do get the immediate feedback. And although sometimes when we talk and say our intentions, it seems like she listens to us and rolls the dice accordingly. But I know that's not really the case. They don't really hear us.
Other questions? I had one, there was a 6-3 play where you didn't see using the 6 to hit on the 1 point. And partly you were so frustrated that you weren't able, since 4s and 6s had been blocked on the other side of the board, you weren't able to get those checkers out. So your instinct was to move use the 6 to get out with one of those back checkers. And I just wonder how often our mistakes come from focusing on one side of the board instead of the other, or in this case, not focusing on the game plan is really blitzing. But, I guess the question is basically how you can protect against that kind of a mistake.
It's all really about focus and slowing down.
Taking time,
Yeah,
just exploring more possibilities.
honestly, I really like always playing with a clock because a clock helps slow me down. I don't want to play a format when I'm not playing with the clock, and we could have taken more time to do things. But knowing that you have lots of time, which you have lots of time in doubles, really helps slow you down to really back up and see that each play is a new decision. So when you play doubles and there's compromise, I think it was back here at one point. I think there was some play like I kind of wanted to jump out here with this 3-1, for example. And since I kind of quote unquote didn't kind of get my way, I mean, we didn't do the exact play that I wanted at this time. It might actually help blindside me that since I didn't do what I wanted to do last time to get out, and I really want to do it. I really want to do it.
Well, this is a clear example, like, the play we made is not bad.
Yeah.
Right? And we were considering both, and
Yeah, but it's also not the play that I'm used to doing. So I think I blinded myself by playing doubles actually and making your play. And it made me keep thinking, okay, now I want to get these out. Now I want to get these out. And you're absolutely right. It took my focus off of
the blitz.
the blitz. I mean, once we made the transition, right? It was the next play after we made the 6. Here we didn't know if we were blitzing or not. So here was another transition play where, let me put on the original, where we could either jump out, which often I like to do. This is one I was looking at doing, and not transitioning to the blitz. And it was also going to be right on the cusp. And so then it was the next play that made the mistake, but we'd already transitioned. We already had turned into the blitz. So this was a question then of just kind of not seeing game plan. I mean, I have a phrase that says, when you blitz, you blitz. It's the center focus on everything that you're doing. You just really need to focus on blitzing. We're not completely primed. There's 2 ways out here. We still have timing. I should have just thought of that little rule of thumb. When you blitz and do it. But I broke my focus, and my companion didn't stop me from doing it either. So.
Nope. And we lost. But we had fun, so
Yeah, it was fun.
whatever.
And now, as soon as we stop doing this, we're going to play again tonight to make sure we get back to our standard 3.5 or something when we play doubles. Is what we like to do.
So I think we're getting to the point where we're going to need to wrap this up, but I can't tell you how much we appreciate your taking the time to be with us this evening. I know you're both in Argentina, so it's time away from friends and family as well. So thank you for doing this and for suggesting this very innovative way of trying to learn. Christine, back to you.
Okay, thank you, everyone. We look forward to seeing you next month, and we will get this up on our YouTube channel quickly and hope that you'll share it around. So have a great evening.